Tonight, we hear from a doctor who has been delivering Utah babies for 16 years. She specializes in taking care of high-risk pregnancies.
News Specialist Aaron Cox spoke with her about Utah's abortion trigger law, now on hold pending a 3rd District Court hearing come Monday.
16 years ago, Dr. Lexi Eller found herself in the Beehive State training to become a high-risk pregnancy specialist.
And I never left because I fell in love with the place and the people.
Dr. Eller's love and care for patients hasn't changed, but she worries that Utah's new trigger law will change the level of care she can give.
It's very hard to create black and white situations, right? Medicine is not a yes, no. You don't always die or don't die. You can't always quantify risk in that way.
It's particularly complex for doctors dealing with high-risk situations, either for the child or the mother.
We know that 97% of abortions happen before 12 weeks of gestation. But I want to speak to all of those other cases because as a high-risk specialist, those women who are later in their pregnancy and facing these very difficult choices are the women that we care for. And when laws place arbitrary gestational age limits, they particularly target the most vulnerable women.
Is the most vulnerable that suffer from differences in medical and legislative terminology, something Dr. Eller says has happened with the new law. Words like substantial and irreversible risk leave physicians wondering what level of care they should give.
What is substantial, right? Is that 1%, 5%, 10%? It's impossible for us to put numbers on these conditions. So it's impossible for anyone to legislate a number either, because we don't know how to fall under that to meet that legal standard.
Even the definition of abortion, Dr. Eller says, is different legally versus medically.
And the reality, the truth is that every OBGYN in some way is an abortion provider, because if a woman's facing life-threatening risk at some stage of pregnancy, they often are in a position to end that pregnancy to preserve her health or life.
These legislative gaps have motivated Dr. Eller and other Utah doctors to push for changes in the new law so that there won't be changes in the care they can provide.
We wish really that lawmakers could understand that this is about a physician and a patient relationship.
Aaron Cox, KSL 5 News.
Aaron, thank you. Dr. Eller says a group of physicians are coming together to push for resources to help reduce unwanted pregnancies. Now, again, Utah's trigger law is temporarily on hold until Monday, when Judge Andrew Stone will consider Planned Parenthood's request for a preliminary injunction. The state announcing plans today to object that request, saying the Utah Constitution does not expressly protect a right to abortion.